Welcome back, baseball fans, to the 1973 Winter Baseball Classic Tournament. Another elimination game today. We have SeaTac versus Mexico in the Western bracket. I'll take a peek at the bracket before we start. We had Hollywood defending its number one seed, beating Chula Vista, or Team Mexico, we call them as well, 4-2. SeaTac lost to Missoula 4-1. When Missoula and Hollywood met, Missoula won 3-2, giving them the bye. With a record of 7-3, Hollywood 6-5, which leaves us our loser bracket. Mexico and SeaTac. And today it is a game 4. Mexico has won 2 out of 3. They only lost game 2 when they blew a 3-1 lead at the bottom of the ninth, or they would have swept them. SeaTac, Mexico. Seattle-Tacoma Airport. There's a Boeing 707 there. Kind of fun stuff. There's more airport stuff. Team Mexico, we put down in the southwest corner there. Sometimes they play out of Coronado. Sometimes out of Chula Vista. Sometimes out of Cardiff by the Sea. We got them on the beach here. That'd be pretty cool. Have a baseball game on the beach, you know. Anyway, Seattle, Mexico. Today, if Mexico wins this, the series is over. Seattle wins, they get to go back to Tacoma to play game 5. Leading off for SeaTac is Mike Jorgensen. 2-5, grounds are short. We're trying to find out if these players are going to make it in our league. Chris Spire, 66, flies right with these cards. Jorgensen's card, by the way, he doesn't have to worry about it. We have a 74 card. Chris Spire, he's got a card. He's on the keeper list for San Francisco, so we're evaluating his. As we're evaluating, number 3 hitter Joe Rudy. 37 is a strikeout. Rudy coming off a World Series title with Oakland, and his 1972 card expires. Pitching for Team Mexico is Juan Marichal, whose card is also up for the Giants. And now taking the mound for SeaTac in the bottom of the first inning is Kenny Holtzman. Also a card that is up. Oakland's got some serious decisions to make in the offseason for their dynasty. It's Joe Rudy, Ken Holtzman, Catfish Hunter, and one other pitcher I can't recall. But anyway, they got to decide who is going to come and who's going to go on that Oakland World Series team. All right, leading off, Jose Cruz, 1-7, triple 1-19, he gets it. Batting second, Johnny Oates, 68, is a sac fly to right field, 1-0. Cedeno lines are short, his card is up. And Rusty Staub also, 48K. A lot of analysis today on these cards. Staub, Cedeno, and Oates. And, you know, Rudy and Spire are all being evaluated. Top of the second, Rick Monday, he should be safe, 1-6, walks. Bob Oliver's up, 6-10, third X. Jackie Hernandez, a 40-37, a third, makes the play. You know, Team Mexico's really loaded up here. They've got a good team. The only thing that held them back and caused them to lose the one game is their putrid defense. Harmon Killebrew, 1-8 is a walk. 2 on for Von Joshua. 2-6, single 1-17 gets it. They are loaded for Frank White. 3-11 nails his card, triple 1-15. That clears the bases. A 3-run triple, and it's 3-1 visitors. Phil Roof strikes out, and Mike Jorgensen, 2-5, grounds out. A big 3-run triple by Frank White, and it's a 3-1 game. Dave Dunkin' Donuts, 36 is a single. Marty Perez, 212 is a walk. Angel Mangual, 37 is a 6-4-3 double play. Bernie goes to third with 2 outs for Jackie Hernandez, who lines the second. Top of the third, Chris Spire, 59, double 1-19, gets it. Joe Rudy, 1-5 is a strikeout. Rick Monday, 1-6 is a walk. Bob Oliver, 56, flies to left, and with 2 outs. Killebrew, 45, lines a second. We're also evaluating Juan Marichal. His card is up. and he has a choice between 73 and 4. One of the years he pitches on 3 days rest, 73. It could very well be they take this card. He's got to be close to 40 years old by this point in his career. And his career is starting to wind down, but he's still an effective pitcher. He's been one of the stars of our carryover league from the late 60s, early 70s. Bottom of the third, it's Pepe Frias. 55, triple 1-8 off the Holtzman cards, a base hit. Jose Cruz, 112, pitcher A, and an injury. Double play, he hurts himself. Rusty Torres will take his place. 1 2 outs, Johnny Oates. 39's a single. And here's Cedeno with a great card. 69 pops to first base. Yeah, this Cedeno card will probably make it. It's the 320 card. All 4 cards from 73 to 76 are going to be great for Cedeno, but this is probably the best one. He hit 320 twice in his career. Von Joshua, 58, double 1-19 off Marischal's a double. Dave Duncan, 5'11". Pitcher X, Marischal is an E28. Ground ball C. Runner at third will bring the infield up for Phil Roof. Single 1 of 16 gets it, and it's 4-1. Mike Jorgensen. 34, lines a second, and with 2 outs, it's Chris Spire, 2-5, pops a short. Bottom of the fourth, and it's Rusty Staub. 48 is a K. Dave Duncan, 68, flies to right. Marty Perez, 48, second X. Frank White's a 4E30. If you're wondering about Frank White, he's probably not ready yet. He's a 4E30 second baseman. We know Frank White with Kansas City. He's a Gold Glove second baseman, but this is a 73 card. He's only hitting 230 as well. Could still make the league in one of the 4 years, though. Maybe by 1976, he certainly should have a card that's the Royals will pick up. Top of the fifth. It's Joe Rudy. 67, pops to first. Rick Monday, 410, center X. Cedeno is a 1E7. Cedeno will have 1 -4 in center field all 4 years. Remarkable. Bob Oliver, 58, base hit. Harmon Killebrew trying to find 1 more year, dare we say 2, but maybe 1 more year in our league as a platoon DH maybe. 58's a single. He's been on twice today. Von Joshua, rounds short. Bottom of the fifth, 4-1 visitors trying to tie the series. It's Angel Miguel. 57's a K. Jackie Hernandez, 311 is a K. Pepe Frias, 2-4, grounds the third. Well, if we get a split and get a game 5, it just means we get more evaluation of the cards, more stats. And because the point is that there's a lot of 73 cards that need to be looked at. And if they're not drafted, we'll never see those cards again. Those cards will get removed at the end of 2025. Frank White leads off in the 6. 1-6, base hit. He's been on twice. Phil Roof, 6'11", left X. New left fielder is a 2E8. He makes the grab. And let's see here. Back up top to Mike Jorgensen. 2 7's a fielder's choice. And with 2 outs, Chris Spire pops out. Well, it's really been 1 bad pitch by Marischal to Frank White in the second inning. Otherwise, we'd be tied. Bottom of the 6th. It's Rusty Torres in the leadoff spot. 4-4, third X. Bob Oliver is a 4E24 at third base. His versatility, it's a base hit, is good for Bob Oliver. He can play first, third in the outfield. So that is enticing for a steady hitter. Johnny Oates, 1-7 is a K. Cedeno, 1-4, flies to left, and with 2 outs, Rusty Staub, 1-5, grounds a short. 4-1, top of the 7th. Joe Rudy, 1-8. 1-8 is homer 1 to 12, and it's a double. Yeah, just 12 homers in 73, hit 270. I think 74 will be the year we take. I think he's better than 74. Brick Monday, 2 5s, a strikeout. Bob Oliver, 2-7, another strikeout. Bob Oliver struck out 100 times in 544 at-bats in 73. Harmon Killebrew, 56, is a fly ball to left field. Well, it's a 4-1 game, 7th inning stretch. We've been enjoying the Gypsy Kings. Here's a best of Valari, Bambaleo, Joe B, Joe Ba. I think you even have the Hotel California's on here somewhere, right? Yeah, down there. Great mix by the Gypsy Kings. All right, back to the game, bottom of the 7th. Kenny Holtzman, showing that maybe this 73 card is worth picking up instead of the 74 card for the Oakland A's. It'll be Dave Duncan, 1-2, lines of third. Marty Perez, 48, second X. Second baseman, Frank White's a 40-30, that's a base hit. Angel Mangual, 36, is a single not dot. Runners on the corners, and your tie run is Jackie Hernandez. 54, that's the homer roll, but he has no power. Homer 1-16, which would have tied if he had it. It's just a single not dot. Runners on the corners in a 4-2 game. They got to bring it up for Pepe Frias. 37 is center B question mark. We can run Mangual. So 12, 13, 14 against the Monday arm, and he's thrown out on a 14. It's an 8-8-2 double play, and it stays 4-2. We go to the 8th inning. We've seen enough of Marichal to make assessment. Probably be picked up. 8th inning, we'll look at a lefty, Dave LaRoche. His card is also up, but I think they'll pick a different one. Batting for Von Joshua will be Bobby Mitchell. Bobby Mitchell, corner right-handed stick in the outfield. 69, triple 1-15 is a double. Batting for Frank White, better defense, Mick Kelleher. 49 is a single to right field. Runners on the corners, no one out, and it'll be Steve Yeager batting for Ruth. They empty their bench. Lefty question mark. They're going to try and run Bobby Mitchell. Let's see here. 14, 15, 16, he scores. Back up top to Jorgensen. 67's a K, and Chris Spire, 211, flies to left. It's 5-2, bottom of the 8th. All right, let's see how the back end of the bullpen can finish this game. Holtzman leaves after 7. Ed Farmer will come on in the 8th. Farmer 3-2 with a 4.91 ERA in 73. Probably not good enough to make the league, but he gets some work today. Rusty Torres. 4-11 first X. Jorgensen's a 1-7. He's a 1-2 in 74. Great defense. Mike Jorgensen makes the play. Johnny Oates, 49's a single. Cedeno, 2-4, flies to left, and with 2 outs, Rusty Staub, 33, pops to first base. 9th inning, we'll go to Mike Corkins. Actually, Corkins is on the waiver list looking for work. Had a nice 72, then it starts to peter out a little bit. Joe Rudy, 110, flies to left. Rick Monday, 54, center. Bob Oliver, 310, flies to left field. We go to the bottom of the 9th inning, 5-2 game, SeaTac. Trying to finish this thing off and get a tie, 2 games apiece, and have a winner-take-all, Game 5. Tom Hall, out of the Cincinnati bullpen, will face Dave Duncan leading off. 3-11 for Dave Duncan is a double. Marty Perez, 35, grounds to third. Angel Mangual, 69, is double 1-18. He gets it, and it's 5-3, and the tying run will bat. Jackie Hernandez. Remember, it was Jackie Hernandez who did not have power, would have tied the game in the 7th. 3-5 for Jackie is a fly ball to left, and with 2 outs, it's Pepe Frias. 39 is a single to left field. Runner will hold. Don't want to get thrown out when you're down 2. So, tying runs are aboard. The winning run is Rusty Torres, who has power. Here's the pitch to Rusty Torres. 1-4, 3-4 is a homer chance. 1-4 is a pop to second. And that completes the game. It is a 5-3 victory for the visitors. Well, it's good news for these guys, the guys playing in this this bracket. They get try and get some more stats in there to help their calls, show how good they are. So 3 up, 3 down for Corkins. LaRoche in the 8th, 2 hits, a run and a K. A loss for Marichal. Pitched pretty much how we expect him to pitch. And the Giants are fine with that. He's not going to be at the top of the Giants rotation anymore. There'll be a 3 or 4 for them. Tom Hall in a decent... Well, he got knocked around in the 9th. 3 hits and a run. Something the Reds should be concerned about. Of course, he's not property of the Reds, I don't think. Ed Farmer just gave up a single. Kenny Holtzman got a win. 8 hits and 2 runs. And it's walk and 5 strikeouts. 1019, 0109, 511, 312. 36151536. So we'll do a box here. Look at some stats, set up the matchup for Game 5. And then when we come back, I'll give you the result of that game. And also, we'll be looking at the cards of the team that loses. This is all good information to get a look at these stats. The better draft I can have competitively for all 32 teams, the more fun the season will be, the longer the season will be. As we try, we're doing a couple things. We're trying to prove the merits of the carryover league rules, bylaws, but also Major League Baseball history. Bring that forward in a clever way. Mexico is now 4-6 in the tourney, hitting .272 with a .305 ERA. That's a shame. They haven't won this series by now, and they're still have to play a Game 5. So that's some good statistics. Ramon Hernandez has 4 saves in 4 attempts. That's great news because Cleveland holds the rights to him. Former Pirate reliever. Cedeno 17 for 41. Tearing it up. Of course, Houston's happy they have him. Seattle's had a pretty terrible tournament. 3-6, hitting .225 with a .506 ERA. Very fortunate they've tied this particular series. The best performers would be, Bob Oliver's doing a nice job. 13 for 37. He's having a nice tournament. So with that, we're going to pause this. When we come back, we will do the elimination. We'll show you the cards of the team that gets eliminated. So stay tuned. All right, baseball fans, we're going to take a look at the team that lost that series. And the team was, Team Mexico. They lost a 5-gamer. They lost the last 2 games. The game you saw, then the Game 5. 2 of their losses, Gaylord Perry was on the mound going for a complete game, and he lost it in the bottom of the 9th. So a tough way to get eliminated from the tournament for Team Mexico. So we'll look at their players. First 2 players are going to be the carrying on with a separate card in our league. We have the 74 Enzo Hernandez and the 75 Willie Montanez, so we don't need to evaluate them. Also, Marty Perez is carrying on with the 75 card for Atlanta, and Rusty Torres 74 card with Oakland. These are the cards that matter. Cedeno for Houston, and this will probably be it. This is one of his best years ever. 320. Probably will make him their first-round pick. Excellent, outstanding player. Dave Duncan for Colorado. Plenty of home runs. Still has them. He's got 17 of them and 344 at-bats. The throwing arm's gone, but, that power is what the Colorado Rockies like. Johnny Oates on the keeper list for the Braves is a lefty catcher. A lefty catcher, he's actually got power versus lefties, and you wouldn't necessarily mind it too much if he had to stay in the game. Normally our catcher's platoon. +2 arm, but he's a B-hitting runner, which helps a little bit in lack of power. We got Rusty Staub. Probably his best Met card for the Mets in 73. Probably take this one. Though he's got a nice card in 76 with Detroit. Now we got some pitchers to analyze, beginning with Gaylord Perry. What we saw was going for that starter 9 complete game, and sometimes, folks, being a starter 9 is a curse. Because a lot of times the pitchers are pulled out of harm's way with a closer. But our starter 9s are often left in there to go for the complete game. He blew 2 wins. So he had 2 blown saves of his own starts in the bottom of the 9th. Perry has had better cards. This is an outstanding card. He's had better ones. I think he's got a better card in 74. You see the 19 and 19 there. I would totally go for this card, but he's going to have multiple options. Don Wilson's got 2 years left. He tragically dies after 1974. So this card or 74, they could go 1 and 1 card for each year, or go for the 74 card twice. But Don Wilson is still an outstanding pitcher who died tragically, too young. The Giants, Juan Marichal, he can still, he's got to be close to 40 here. Look, he's on 3 days rest. His ERA is a little high, but he's no longer at the front end of the Giant pitching staff. He's still at the back end. He'll be at the back end, and that'll be fine. Cleveland. They needed help from left-handed relief in the offseason. They traded with Pittsburgh to get Ramon Hernandez. You see, he's a Pirate. Great stats, and he did very well in this tournament. He was 4 for 4 in saves. That's a good omen for the Cleveland Indians, if you believe the idea is these players are going to carry on, continue the progress they were making in spring training. And I've seen that a lot. A guy will be hot throughout a year, and guys will stink up all year long. A lot of times it's just bad luck over a prolonged period. Vicente Romo, the Padres, he's a relief 4, long man, gives up some homers, but he's got an out there, he's got an out there, and possibly there. No homers versus lefties, interestingly enough. Decent enough to be a long man, probably not a closer. Dave LaRoche is a good lefty, but not with this card. Stay away from this one. 73 was not very kind to LaRoche with the Cubs. 583. He's got good cards, I believe, with California and Cleveland, the Twins, but not here. Which brings us to the next group, our waivered players. Jackie Hernandez, 72 card was put on waivers. Oddly enough, in 73, this is going to be Jackie's highest batting average in a pretty undistinguished career. Just 73 plate appearances, but he hits 247. As just a 40-48 shortstop, I don't think he can make it. You'd like to think his bat is gets him into the league, but that's just not enough bat, and the defense is it's not worth the trouble. Angel Miguel, put on waivers, was almost on the keeper list, but he just doesn't do a lot for Oakland here. Just a 220 hitter without no base stealing, a decent base runner, versatility, but a jack of all trades, master of none, as they say, and it's just not a very nice card. Mike Corkins had a very good 72 card. Then he falls back a bit with this card, 450 ERA in 73. A jag, as we say. He's just a guy, a right-handed reliever. It's the easiest thing to find, which leads us to a lefty reliever, which is the hardest thing to find, which is Luke Walker. So the thing is, it's funny we bring these cards up back-to-back. Luke Walker is pretty much the similar card to Mike Corkins. The one big difference, he throws left-handed. He might get picked up because lefties are so hard to come by. And basically your consideration is he awful? The answer is no, he's not awful. He's just kind of ordinary, frankly. Homer 1 to 5 against righties and a 9, that's not bad. Yeah, he's definitely not somebody you want as your setup guy. If he's the third lefty in your team and you're long man, then you're in good shape. All right, and the last couple guys here. Believe it or not, Jose Cruz was in the league, and then he missed a couple seasons because he just wasn't effective. And in 73, he's hitting 227. So I don't know. We think Houston's going to bring him back into baseball with a 1976 card. And then Jose will begin his torrid streak in the late 70s, early 80s. He's one of the best players in the game for about 8 years there. But in 73, it's just not there with the Cardinals. Pepe Frias, utility player. You know, he can play second and short as a 3 level. That's very good. 8 bunter, no power, decent base runner. Hits lefties better than righties. Sure. I mean, there's going to be a lot of competition for that utility infield spot across baseball, but I wouldn't eliminate Pepe Frias from getting a job. I think because he's a 3 at 2 positions in the middle infield, even more important. I'd rather be 3 at second and short and a 4 at third. That's the ideal if you're going to be 3s at 2 positions. That's the split you'd like. And that'll do it for eliminating the Team Mexico squad. Hope you're appreciating this additional analysis that'll help us get us to the draft in a few weeks. And enjoying the fun little spring training tournament simulation. Wish Major League Baseball would have a tournament. That would make spring training more exciting, wouldn't it? All right, thanks for checking this out. We'll see you next time.